Not enough in the world for you to get me to say something about that.
Wait, we're losing your shot. Are you trying to get rid of us?
I know. That wasn't even planned. It's
People
just
close to Ben Affleck have never been shy about their feelings towards his relationship with Jennifer Lopez. Whispers have always suggested that Jennifer Garner was the better match for him, and now, with rumors of an imminent divorce swirling, it seems Affleck might be rediscovering those old feelings for his ex-wife. As fate would have it, it looks like Affleck and Garner might just be trying to rebuild their life together. And guess who's at the heart of it all? None other than Matt Damon, who reveals just how Garner saved Affleck from J-Lo's grip. J-Lo files divorce. Okay, people, so the papers are in after long contemplation, and there's no going back now. Jennifer Lopez is ready to jump ship from her decades-old love story with Ben Affleck after just 2 short years of marriage. The once fairy tale romance is now unraveling faster than anyone could have predicted. The star filed for divorce without an attorney a few days ago, which marked the couple's second wedding anniversary. In her petition, Lopez has requested that her name be restored to Jennifer Lynn Lopez, dropping the Affleck name altogether.
Lopez finally files for divorce from Ben Affleck, something we all saw coming for a long time, but in the end, a lot of major twists to this story. Charles here.
Jennifer Lopez has officially cited irreconcilable differences as the reason for her split from Ben Affleck, claiming that their marriage was over long before the public even caught wind of it. She listed their separation date as of April 26, 2024, meaning the couple had already called it quits before the breakup rumors began swirling in May. And here's where it gets messy. With no prenup in place, this could lead to a fierce legal battle over their combined fortunes. It seemed like Jennifer, who's always had an eye on the prize, is gearing up to protect her $400 million empire. But let's not forget, this isn't her first rodeo. This is her 4th failed marriage, and one can't help but wonder if she's more interested in her wealth than in love. While Ben might be looking back at what went wrong, Jennifer seems more than ready to move on, leaving the romance in the dust and setting her sights on keeping what's hers. Sources have claimed that Ben Affleck has finally come to his senses about his failing marriage to the singer and was well aware that they were headed for a divorce. If there was a way to divorce on grounds of temporary insanity, he would. He feels like the last 2 years was just a fever dream, and he's come to his senses now and understands there's just no way this is going to work. While this drama is going on, Jennifer Lopez is planning to seek out the spotlight to satisfy her relentless craving for attention. Despite their ongoing divorce, Lopez plans to walk the red carpet at the Toronto International Film Festival for the premiere of Unstoppable, a film produced by Affleck and his best friend Matt Damon. Even though Affleck is steering clear of the event amid their split, Lopez is ready to soak up every bit of the spotlight she can. Though she was cast in the film long before their marriage crumbled, it's clear she's not shying away from using the premiere as her own personal stage, while Affleck is left picking up the pieces of their shattered relationship. Director William Goldenberg recently claimed his choice had nothing to do with their marriage. She had to be somebody who's lived a life, and I felt like Jennifer was one of the few actresses who could play the part. I think she was right for it, and it was also serendipity that he happened to be married to the person we sort of wanted all along anyway. Throughout the years, it's been clear that Ben Affleck always tried to avoid media attention, especially when it came to his private life. He practically ran from it like it was the plague. But Jennifer Lopez, she's been basking in it, soaking up every flashbulb and headline like it was her lifeblood. And now suddenly her cronies are trying to spin the narrative that Ben couldn't put up with all the media attention. Let's be real, she's the one who broadcasted their whole relationship for the world to see. It just doesn't add up. She's an international superstar, and he acted like it came as a surprise that they would be followed around. The thing is, it looks like sources on Jennifer's payroll are trying to subtly shift the blame of the failed marriage on Ben alone. Jennifer said she was tired of being humiliated by Ben, and she waited until the 2-year anniversary because she wanted it to sting. But it did not sting him. He's been done for a long time, and deep down, she knows this. He let her have this so she wouldn't look like the villain. The timing of the divorce was a big F.U. to Ben. It's pretty clear as to why Jennifer's people are trying to put the blame on Ben, as she wants to be loved by the public, and this divorce does not look well on her profile. Anyway, even Jennifer Lopez's inner circle had their doubts about her marriage to Ben Affleck, and it's not hard to see why. Jane Fonda, ever the protective friend, saw the cracks long before the public did. In Lopez's 2022 documentary, The Greatest Love Story Never Told, Fonda shared her concerns, admitting she was genuinely invested in the relationship's success. But when headlines started popping up about Affleck looking unhappy, Fonda got really scared. Lopez might have laughed it off, joking that her husband was the internet's symbol of the beleaguered man, but the truth was clear to those closest to them. Ben was miserable with Jennifer, and everyone around them could see it.
However, this is my concern. Like, it feels too much like you're trying to prove something instead of just living it. You know, every other photograph is the two of you kissing, the two of you hugging.
Since things are starting to unravel at lightning speed, Mindy Kaling has stepped up to show her support for Ben Affleck at the 2024 Democratic National Convention. Just as the actor is navigating his messy divorce from Jennifer Lopez, the Office alum took a moment to give Affleck a special shout-out while honoring their shared home state of Massachusetts on stage at the United Center in Chicago. She said, "I couldn't leave here without giving a shout-out to the amazing delegation from my home state, Massachusetts. I love you, Massachusetts. Everyone is always hating on us, but they just don't get it. Go Boston Red Sox. Go Jason Tatum. Ben Affleck, hang in there." Fans are right beside Ben in this one. They claim that Jennifer filed for a divorce because she couldn't get Ben to bend to her will. Do not forget, soon after the wedding, while Ben was away, she sold off his priceless motorcycle collection. To Ben, that collection was priceless and a passion of his. Who does that? She's lucky to be alive. No one messes with a man's hobby, especially one like Ben had. What a massive control freak Jay is. Puts that low in the J-Lo. Matt Damon had a bad feeling. Matt Damon has always had a sixth sense when it comes to his best friend Ben Affleck, especially when it involves matters of the heart. From the moment Ben rekindled his romance with Jennifer Lopez, Matt had a bad feeling about it. According to insiders, Matt tried to warn Ben that history might repeat itself. He was there to help Ben pick up the pieces after their first split, and he feared that Ben was heading down the same rocky road again. Despite their deep bond and Ben's admiration for Matt's long, stable marriage to Luciana Barrazo, it seems Ben didn't take his best friend's advice to heart, and now he is facing the music of his actions. An insider revealed, Matt tried to warn Ben when he got back together with J-Lo that this could happen. Matt was there to help Ben get it together after their first split, and he felt like this would happen again. As things started falling apart, Matt told Ben that he supports whatever choice he makes, but he wants him to jump in and focus on his work. Matt has had a successful marriage for years, and Ben has always been in awe of this. Ben spent so much time focusing on J-Lo's projects, just like he did the first time around. He told Ben, "What has she ever done for your career?" Well, when everyone was hyping up Bennifer 2.0, it really looks like Jennifer was indeed basking in the attention. If you don't remember what she said while announcing their rekindled romance, listen to this. "We're older now, we're smarter, we have more experience, we're at different places in our lives. We have kids now, and we have to be very conscious of those things. It's a beautiful outcome that this has happened in this way at this time in our lives, where we can really appreciate and celebrate each other and respect each other. We always did. But we have even more of an appreciation because we know that life can take you in different directions." Now, if you reanalyze the documentary, Greatest Love Story Never Told, Ben himself admitted that he was skeptical of the relationship from the very beginning, but despite the odds, he wanted to give Jennifer a chance. And now we know those initial concerns were well-founded, leading to the tumultuous end that many saw coming. Getting back together, I said, "Listen, one of the things I don't want is a relationship on social media." Then I realized it's not a fair thing to ask. It's like you're going to marry a boat captain and you go, "Well, I don't want the water." We're trying to learn to compromise. There is no doubt that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck's bond runs deep, but Damon recently touched on a significant difference between their lives. While Damon has been happily married since 2005, Affleck's relationships with Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Garner, and now Lopez again have been under the media's magnifying glass. Damon admitted in an interview with Radio Times podcast while promoting his film The Instigators alongside Ben's brother, Casey Affleck, that he can't imagine dealing with such relentless scrutiny. Fans believe that this was a really deep dig at Ben and Lopez's relationship. I can't imagine living under that kind of scrutiny. It's been like that for 25 years, and we've had parallel careers in a lot of ways, and so I'm fortunate to have been kind of excused from that part of fame. And if that wasn't enough, he directly compared his peaceful home life to Ben's chaotic one. That magazine culture was so huge 25 years ago. They kind of ignored me, right? Like I'm a guy who's married. It's so boring. What would sell those things were Scandal and S and all that stuff that people would read. And as long as you didn't do any of that stuff, it wasn't really worth their time to wait to take your picture. And so I ended up kind of getting left alone. Jennifer Garner saves the show. While Jennifer Lopez seemed to bask in the chaos of Ben Affleck's struggles, turning his lowest moments into headline fodder, Jennifer Garner quietly took on the role of the real hero. You see, Garner was the one who stepped in when things got rough. When Affleck's relapse became tabloid news, Garner showed up, faced down the press, and got him to rehab. Yes, you heard that right. So in case you might not know, Ben has had a drinking problem that dates back to his early days in the industry. Back in 2017, Ben himself revealed that he completed his alcohol treatment due to the support of his friends and family, especially his then-wife Garner. I have completed treatment for alcohol addiction, something I've dealt with in the past and will continue to confront. I want to live life to the fullest and be the best father I can be. I'm lucky to have the love of my family and friends, including my co-parent Jen, who has supported me and cared for our kids as I've done the work I set out to do. This was the first of many steps being taken towards a positive recovery. Amid rumors that Jennifer Lopez is stepping away from her marriage with Ben Affleck, concerns are growing that Ben might relapse due to the emotional toll. Fans fear that the trauma of the separation could push him back into old habits. However, Jennifer Garner hasn't left him to fend for himself. Despite their past, she's been actively visiting him at his Brentwood home, keeping a close eye on his well-being and making sure he stays on track during this tough time. It's very stressful for her, and also devastating for her to have to stage an intervention in the middle of an afternoon, pretty much in public, but this was a crisis situation. While Garner has started to be a rock for Ben, it looks like her current partner is unhappy with the arrangement. You see, despite the time she's spending possibly trying to help Affleck fix his marriage with Lopez, Garner has moved on in her own romantic life. She is dating a businessman named John Miller. According to Daily Mail, which reported that Miller has advised Garner that it's not her responsibility to help fix Affleck's marriage to Lopez. A source reported, he cares deeply for Ben and sympathizes with what he's going through with Jennifer, but that doesn't mean Jen should be the one to fix her ex-husband's issues with his current wife. That makes no sense to anyone. Jen is such a caring and wonderful woman and mother, and there is nothing but a deep friendship and bond between her and Ben. John wants nothing more than for Ben to be okay, but it isn't his girlfriend's responsibility to play babysitter for him. That is for Ben to figure out on his own and for his wife to handle. It isn't Jen's responsibility, and he has told her this. Now, before you label Garner as a jealous ex, know that Jennifer Garner is reportedly rallying behind her ex-husband Ben Affleck, urging him to work on his marriage with Jennifer Lopez despite swirling divorce rumors. According to a source, Garner is all in on the idea, fully backing the relationship and hoping that Affleck finds happiness. Anyway, it was Jennifer's birthday a few days ago, and you see Jenny from the Block star pulled out all the stops for her extravagant Brigden-themed birthday party in the Hamptons in New York, where she dressed up as Queen Charlotte for the day, looking regal. However, the king was conveniently absent from the celebration. Fans speculated that this might be Jennifer's way of confirming the split. Now, Ben's absence was not the only thing that signified trouble in paradise. Jennifer even shared a tear-jerking post on social media that apparently mirrored her broken heart. She said, "I really do have the best, most amazing fans in the world. I could never express how moved I am or how incredibly blessed I feel to have all of you be a part of my life. Thank you so very much. It's hard to believe we have spent all this time together. It's funny, as I sit here contemplating the most extraordinary journey, I still feel like the same girl, starting out so full of energy and bravado, so ready to take on the whole world on the outside, and yet so tender, fragile, and sometimes frightened, but always full of love on the inside." While Jen was celebrating her lavish birthday, Ben had his eyes locked on a bachelor pad. It emerged the Academy Award winner closed escrow on a new $20.5 million estate in the Oceanside enclave, just one day after his rumored estranged wife marked her birthday. According to reports, the home has 5 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, with breakfast and dining areas, as well as a separate family room, den, walk-in closets, media room, powder room, guest house, and more amenities typical of a multi-million-dollar house. And Ben's decision to own a house so soon after he put Jennifer's Love House on the market is making waves in the Hollywood community. Sources close to Jennifer claim that she was very hurt by Ben's decision. Ben's decision to move into his own home is the final insult. J-Lo had been holding on to hope that there could be a reconciliation if they were to spend some time apart, but this is like a stab in the heart. Fans believe that it was Jennifer's problem from the start, as she did not compromise on anything during their marriage. And when Ben has decided to move on, she is spreading rumors about her heartache. Jen has to play the victim. It's her narcissism. It pushed her uphill. No one likes her because she doesn't listen. That's one of her problems. She thinks she's right all the time. No compromise with her. Another added, J-Lo needs to learn to keep things private. She likes everything of hers to be public. She saw it coming. She knows Ben likes his life private, and that's one of the reasons why they broke up the first time around. She needs to work things out with herself, low her arrogance attitude, and way too bossy. That's all for today. We hope you liked that video, and if you did, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos just like this.